Right. Oh!
Full race. Yeah. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, so today we're here visiting Josh from Ranger Construction, and we're going to go over how to brace and level a long exterior wall.
Okay guys, quick breakdown. We're going to do an intro to Josh and Ranger Construction. We're going to quickly talk you through the steps of leveling and bracing an exterior wall, and then we're going to go through the video of the steps that we got being performed. I'm here with my buddy Josh Ranger. We worked together in the past. I'm Mitch from Century 21. I got a construction background. I was lucky enough to meet a ton of guys like Josh along the way. We just wanted to take a chance to come view one of his projects, spend a bit of time, and try and get some useful bits for you guys. So,
my name is Josh. I'm the owner of Ranger Construction. I just started my business about a year and a half ago, maybe even a year. So I'm pretty fresh into that. But my background is 10 to 12 years of framing and residential, commercial, lots of custom, as we're on actually right now. And yeah.
if we're talking about leveling an exterior wall, we had some great bits there on leveling a long exterior wall. Take us through the start to finish, just verbally, what your process is for leveling that exterior.
Okay, so when you start, you're going to check your two corners, right? So your corners, they may not be level. Sometimes you're trusting someone to level those corners and they might not be level. So you're right away, you're going to go check your two corners. You're going to make sure they're level. Once they're level, you're going to set up your braces on all your long walls like we did. And then all your shorter braces. And then you're either going to have to push that wall out. It's either going to have a curve out or a curve in. So here we were way out and we had to come in. So we put a bunch of pull braces on as temporary holders. And then we pulled everything in and then we went and nailed everything off. So these can actually come off now. Those 4 pull braces all can come off, and it's going to free up all your space.
Okay guys, so we just went through that verbal walkthrough, and now we're going to go back through some of the video we got while we were actually going through the steps on site.
So these right here are going to be our permanent braces. We're going to keep these here and these are going to lock the building in until the roof's on. So what I'm going to do to pull that in is I'm going to grab, see how this long 2x4 brace with loop is here? I'll put a couple of those on, like probably every third of the way. So 1, 2, or 3, and then we're going to grab a stick.
Because you need to pull this wall in, right?
So then we'll pull them all in. Or what you could do is put these, so the top is over there. And then you got a guy down here with a nail bar and he's prying. That's pretty far to pry it.
It's easier to pull. You get way more leverage pulling them one.
Yes, exactly. No, I know that that's not good. That string should be flush to the inside of my wall. Right? So if you stand here, you can actually see it's almost 1.5 inches between that string.
Okay.
So that actually has to come in at 1.5 inches.
So you just brace this here already to isolate the one section that you want to do at a time? Or you're just ready? You're just ready?
This is just ready.
Okay,
so when we pull this in, I can be like, okay, good, he's going to nail there, and there. But everything's
awesome.
nice
So when you put the pressure on it once, everything's ready to go, then secure it, you're all prepped.
Okay guys, so I'm going to walk you through this one right now, just with a voiceover. So they've already checked their outside corners. You can see they got a long piece of 2x6. I think this was a 14-footer. They're going to tack it into this header. They got a string line running along the top plate. They're going to go ahead and nail a block to the subfloor here to fasten this pull brace to. Brace is fastened to the floor. Now they got a block cut that they're going to wedge in here. This motion right here is what's pulling that exterior wall inwards. And again, they're going off that string line in the corner. They're going to keep on pushing in this wedge until it sucks that opening over until it's flush with the string line. So Josh right now is checking his string line, seeing if that top plate moved over enough. Make sure his braces are still free to move. He's got an eye on the line. Good to nail. Now they're going to go ahead and tack it off. So this pull brace is fastened, and the rest of the braces will get fastened afterwards.
And so Ranger, you're not tacking that pull yet?
So I'll keep pulling it in until everything's straight, and then I'll nail these down. These are all free right now. Like I said, those, I put them on the walls because when you put them on the walls, they're out of your way. Because the wall is going to stay there, right? So you're not going to walk through that.
Yeah,
so
for
if
sure.
you have these braces all over the place and they don't belong, like we'll end up taking these off after once everything's locked in.
Yeah.
Get off, Mark.
You're just eyeballing it straight
right
up?
there, stay there. So let's go like this.
That's what I want.
This one will get ripped out.
Yeah.
This one's gonna stay in.
Yeah.
The smaller braces you have in here, the easier it is to move around, right? If you've got all of these giant braces underneath the brace,
Yeah.
you're not walking through, right? It's a
For
maze.
sure. Yeah.
So here's another little trick. So this one here, it still has to come in.
Yeah.
Because our top is over here, I'm gonna nail my bottom.
Yeah.
And when we put something in here, it
Yeah.
actually pulls the wall.
Pulls it in. So are you gonna throw a chunk in there?
Throw a piece of wood in.
Right. And then you're safe once you're all trussed up, Ranger. You're safe, right? Like that'll stay there. That chunk will all stay in there. And once your trusses are on, you pop this off. It's
Yeah,
all
so
gonna stay.
we don't remove any braces
Yeah.
until the roof is on and sheeted.
Sheeted,
And I
everything.
go around, like we'll go around every single corner of this whole house, all the exteriors, all the interiors, and make sure everything's level, plumb, and square.
Yeah. On
That's it.
exteriors first.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
you jump on the interiors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in reality, if we straighten this whole wall,
Yeah.
this wall should be straight because it's the same number to the wall everywhere. So
Right.
if this wall's straight, this wall should be straight.
So it's just the most efficient way. It's the most logical way. Start on the exteriors, and the rest of this should have all followed suit if your numbers were.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
Anyways, guys, that's it. Hopefully this was of some use to you. Thank you, Josh, for having us out here today. That was awesome. If there's any other questions you got for Josh or myself, obviously feel free to comment below or contact us through our professional websites or social media accounts. Josh, any words before we take off?
Nope.